Today's episode of Replay is another rhythm game where, yes, yet again, there is going to be flashing images. So if you suffer from epilepsy or any similar condition where you may have a severe reaction to flashing images and flashing lights, then I suggest you give this a skip, because one view is not worth a trip to the hospital. So viewer discretion is advised. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the British Wolf, and today on Replay we will be looking at DDR, or at least one of them, as there is so fucking many. I will be showing you footage from the Euromix, the one that I had when I was a kid, because, I mean, it's most familiar to me. And, I gotta say, this game has a surprising amount of popularity, due to the fact that it's basically just stomp on the arrows in time, and that's about it. I mean, you would be surprised at how many times this has been used. It hails from Asia. I think from Japan, but don't quote me on that, because obviously I don't really do research into these things before I start doing the thing. But yeah, rhythm games are phenomenally loved in Japan. Like, you've got your Guitar Hero ones, you've got Beatmania as an arcade machine, you've got these. You've even got rhythm games based around their festivals and the drums that they use for those. So Asia definitely does have a love for these games, and I mean, I could understand why, in the sense that everyone likes arcade machines and everyone likes rhythm games, but at the same time, I mean, having that many seems insane. But this was one of the well, still is one of the most popular arcade games out there, and it made it pretty popular on consoles too. Way before the time where, you know, like Just Dance or Dance Central existed, back when just stomping on arrows was fine for everyone. And the game has a surprising amount to it. Like, I still don't know the difference between game mode and solo mode. It did the exact same thing, to my opinion. But it has the tutorial mode, so you can practice and not look like a complete fool in front of your friends, even though you definitely will, because oh my god, we all know how manic mode goes. And basically, it has a selection of songs, and that varies from place to place. Like, Euromix is strictly for Europeans, while the original one, like, they call it DDR in another place, but in our case we have Dance Stage, or Dancing Stage. It's a weird thing, like, they change it over like that. Some of the songs I can't actually remember. I remember reading up on this, but that was a few months ago. Some of the songs are actually licensed, like copyrighted sort of things, so they had to buy the license to be able to put those in the games. Others I'm not so sure about. I think all of them are actually properly licensed songs, but I can't really be certain because, I mean, I've never really heard End of the Century on the radio, so I mean, it could be an actual song. I mean, there could be an obscure band out there that actually did that, but yeah. And it's actually been used in schools. Like, there's an exercise mode where you put in your weight, put in the amount you want to lose, you know, calories you want to burn off, or the amount of time you want to exercise for, and it will actually do that for you, and that's pretty cool. But it was actually used as a legitimate exercise scheme in high schools at one point. Like, not globally, but like one or two schools had it in, and it turned out to be very successful. Mostly because everyone loved games and everyone didn't mind flailing around like well, like any of the YouTube videos ever. I mean, seriously, YouTube it. YouTube DDR, someone dancing crazily. Go on, I can wait. See? A lot of results. Anyway, but the game itself, it's very simple, but it is fun. And it's a kind of fun where it won't last forever, but for the time being, you enjoy it. Like, it wasn't a game that would hold your attention. The reason being is eventually you would get sick of the songs. And there's a lot of DDR games out there to prove that point. But at the end of the day, it's a game that you like. Like, you can't really hate it unless, you know, you accidentally break a leg. which coincidentally has happened to people before. Like, people have slipped, fell, and just snapped their ankle because of the actual DDR machines. So, that's a bit of an issue. But, yeah, it's a decent game. The footage you're seeing here, I should have mentioned at the beginning, is on a gamepad. Because I used to have a dance mat, and it's completely destroyed now. It's all kinds of fucked up. But this is on a gamepad, and I like to think I did pretty well. I mean, the footage of me on Manic difficulty is impressive to me, to say the least. But yeah, it's a fun game, and if you still have a dance pad, if you have one for the computer or anything else, and you can actually try this out, I'd recommend it. You know, like, it's not gonna woo you. It's not gonna be a brilliant game that you'll never forget, but it is something that will help pass the time and is damn good fun, even with or without friends. Which, by the by, there is a 2 dance mat mode in these things, so be aware that flailing around on one dance mat isn't the hardest thing you can do. Point in case, Monty fucking Ohm. If you don't know who he is, look it up. Because that guy was a legend on DDR, and he had a life outside of DDR, so... But, yeah, the game's fairly good, and even if it is simple, it's still more complex than, say, Buster Groove, as Buster Groove had very little to it, while this one seems to have not inherently more, but it uses it better. Like, the exercise mode doesn't exist in Buster Groove for obvious, you know, Buster Groove makes you sit down sort of gameplay. But, yeah, I do recommend it, and hopefully a lot of you out there actually do like this. So, this has been Dance Stage Euromix, otherwise known as DDR Euromix. And I've been the British Wolf, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.